Oh, hey everybody, it's Dave. Camo Dave. Camo Dave. Oh, hey everybody, it's Dave. I don't know, that's what my sources tell me. Camo Dave. Ladders.
It's crashing.
Yeah, I could be a little more money on it. I don't know. That's what my sources tell me. Evie's delivering pizzas.
Evie's delivering pizzas. Postmates. Postmates.
And you're not hitting that like button enough.
Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Send those money. Super chat.
I'm
in your head all the time.
Camo Dave. I don't know. That's what my sources tell me. Send me money. Send me money.
Ching.
Oh yeah, I could be more money on it. And you're not hitting that like button enough.
Don't forget to hit the like button enough.
And Evie's delivering pizza.
Evie's delivering pizzas. So's Jed. They're both delivering pizzas. It's 6:25 in California. How you doing in Hawaii? How's Hawaii doing? Is their internet still on with that hurricane? I don't know. Is it on Hui out there?
I'm in your head all the time.
14:25. That must be okay. That's 2:25. Yeah. How's the weather in England today? Is it sunny? It's beautiful here. Beautiful day today. Hey, let's see who's here. Sylvester Pootie Tat. Hi, Kat. Kat's always right on the mark. She's often the first person to watch my episode, my show. Awoken, Jewel Weekend Road Tripper. Good year, Arizona. Was it a good year? Died in a terrible blimp accident. Good year? No, not a good year. That's my Leslie Nielsen tribute. Please leave. What are you saying, Diana? I love you, Diana. Don't be mean to me. I was gonna host the show today. Dave was just gonna leave. He was gonna leave after 9:30, and I was just gonna host the show today. Oh, crotchy. Diana doesn't like you. Neither does Ron. Ron doesn't like you either. All right. All right. Thank you very much to Mr. Blind Views for that wonderful Blind Views and the Unibassist for that wonderful camo rave. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Everybody, how you doing, everybody? It's almost 9:30 on the East Coast, Eastern Time. Crotchy's here. Crotchy's going to take a little nap. I know most of you people don't like me, so I'm just going to go take a nap and watch things, okay? All right, Crotchy. I'm a puppet. You can't strangle me. I love you. I love it. No, I am so happy. I like to do a shout out to Bruce Bunger. Bruce Bunger is the guy who made this puppet for me earlier this year. He shipped them to me. It was that time that we had that huge windstorm there back in, I think it was early March, wasn't it? Or was it April? I forget, April or March. Anyway, this puppet it was early April, I think. Yeah. But I really enjoyed him. He lets me say evil things without me saying them, you know. Blind Views is he's terrible. He runs a crappy channel. He's in a Big Brother. Who cares about Big Brother? Oh, now, don't say that. Don't say that, Crotchy. That's mean. See what I'm saying? I can say nasty stuff now. And just blame it on the puppet. Hey, Catfish Jones, how are you? Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Saturday. Awoken, the handy hippie. Oh, dropping things. Oh, I found a Camo Dave sticker on the floor. Don't forget to get your Camo Dave sticker. Send me a self-addressed stamped envelope. You find my address on almost all my videos, Springfield, VA 22152, and I will send you a free Camo Club sticker. So yeah, we got some crotchy stickers too. Kat Kankin's here. Mayhem RV, Maryland Monroe, up there in where did you say you were? Northeastern Maryland. Is that near Havre de Grace? Harvey D. Grace, that's that city you see with a French name and you're driving from Baltimore up to New York. Harvey D. Grace. My parents were at the University of Pennsylvania. They were going to get married. They were going to elope, and they drove to, I think they went to Elkton, Maryland, because they thought Maryland had easy marriage laws, but they couldn't do it, so they had to drive to Virginia. I think they went to they got married in Winchester, Virginia. They eloped. My dad's mother was, both of my parents were not happy about that. They wanted a nice big church wedding. Hey, digging for history. The only live feed I can be bothered to pop up into because I hate live feeds. I have unsubscribed from several channels because of their desperation for donations. Well, thank you very much for sticking with me. Hey, Paisley Dreams. Oh, I would never kill Crotchy. Crotchy can't be killed. No, I love Crotchy. Zep welcomes Catfish. Yeah, Catfish Jones is here. We could do that one of these days. The best, we should be doing that. The best beard on YouTube. In fact, no, I already announced today's topic. Today's topic is, where would you like to see your favorite YouTubers go? Your favorite nomads go. Where have they not been? Where are places in the United States or Canada or North America where you'd like to see them go that they don't go? Are there some hidden treasures out there that RVers and nomads should be seeing and nobody seems to go there? Adonis Lugo. Okay, now I'm going to try to get caught up in the comments here because I remember, and some of my previous chats I've been behind. Okay, and then people comment things very near Havre de Grace. Yes, Maryland. Yeah, that's a pretty area up there near the Susquehanna River. Maryland is for dirty pot smokers. Crotchy is immortal. Fortunate Adventures. Travis Allmouth. YouTube nomads should go wherever they choose to go. Freedom! Hey, that's very cool. I like your sentiment there. They should come to the UK. I would like, we do have some nomads in the UK. I would like to see some Americans go to the UK. Now, I know Carpetbagger has talked about going there, but he's not really a nomad. He would just fly over and do some touristy stuff in London. But I would like to see like an American nomad like Caravan Carolyn go over to England and then hang out with that guy with a really long name that I can never remember. You're probably here today. If you're here today, blah, blah, blah. the van man, blah, 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 blah. The British dude over there that I've tried to hook her up with. I would like to see, wouldn't it be fun to see an American nomad go over to England and then do some nomadic stuff up through Scotland and Wales and see how different it is over there? I think that would be a lot of cool. Nova Scotia, I would love to see more Prince Edward Island, which is very small, but I would love to see some more nomads in Eastern Canada. We see an awful lot of them in Western Canada. Where should YouTube nomads go? The young ones, back to work. Easy money. I think a lot of people would share your sentiment. England, London, England. Well, I think it would be very, very hard to drive an RV around London, England, Kat. I mean, they've got that, what do they got? The congestion tax. You got that area where if you drive into the city, you have to pay this fee. And if you don't pay it, you get sent to jail. You look about American cities, at least they have pretty wide roads and stuff. You go to London, and I've been to London 4 or 5 times. Yeah, I wouldn't want to drive there, and even in a little car. It's crazy. It's a crazy city, and I could not imagine an RVer being in London. In fact, do you ever see RVers in London? Movie Mania Nick is here. Janice is here. How you doing? I'm going to get caught up. Jeff Sessions is here. Jeff Sessions is actually taking time from the Trump administration. Oh, yeah. Stand up to Donald Trump, Jeff. Atlanta the Brave. I'm still in the basement. I'm still trying to get caught up here. I will in a second. Mummy and Clyde. We need more RVers in Maryland. We don't see enough Maryland. I know Adam's been there a couple times. I know that I know we saw Nomadic Fanatic there a while back on the Eastern Shore. Dan Bella's there, of course. All right, I think I'm caught up now, so I'm going to try to stay caught up now, okay? Caver Brad, fuel is expensive and the roads are narrow. I've lived there for 2 years. Yeah, very expensive. So yeah, I would see there's a lot of negatives for the UK. And the other problem is too is the weather. You know, they do have weird weather. It's cold and damp a lot of the year, and I don't know if that's a great environment for RVing. They probably have some nice summer days. Why jail, Jeff? Hi, Caravan Carolyn. Woohoo! Nice to hear you and Blind Views are getting along. There was a lot of rumors, yeah, in my comment stream a couple days ago that you and Blind Views had some sort of a tiff going on. Well, it kind of looked like it. He came out and did this video. You know, he's kind of a bit of a grumpy guy. He did this video where he was complaining. Oh, there he is. Here he is. They should all go to jail in the desert. He came out and kind of was criticizing a lot of RVers and nomads, and then all of a sudden you kind of posted a couple weird comments in there, and then I thought, you know, people were getting the rumbling like, "Ooh, did they have some kind of a breakup?" Movie Mania Nick, he's on the Eastern Shore. Well, yeah, that's where Delaware is, isn't it? It's on the Delmarva. Alabama and Mississippi. Well, we do have Bama Mike. You know, Bama Mike's down there covering Alabama for us. He's a reporter in Alabama. He's been all over there, and of course the great, wonderful Tony Carolina Tony. He's been all over the South. He's over the South now. We got a lot of carpetbagger, but yeah, you know, Mississippi is kind of a neglected state. Georgia, for as big as Georgia is, we do see some new nomads going to the Atlanta area, but there's a lot of pretty stuff in Georgia, and I don't think it's Billy Down Under, the Trollinator. Australia, we need more American nomads to go to Australia. Carlos the Eternal. I would like to see some more nomads in Delaware and Maryland. When I was in Rehoboth Beach last summer, I thought we'd see quite a lot of nomads passing through that area because there are quite a lot of campsites and stuff in southern Delaware. It's, you know, there are a lot of, you see a lot of trailer parks and campsites and stuff like that. And I thought we'd be having a lot of YouTubers coming through that area, and very few of them did, at least the ones that I know. I've been here in Tulsa planning a visit to Leon Russell's church. Wow. Okay, now, yeah, I'm missing that comment there. That's Ramblin' Rome. Wow, Leon Russell, church studio, home of Shelter Records. A friend of mine purchased and renovated it. That sounds fascinating, Ramblin' Rome. I think maybe that's something Adam the Woo should cover. Mr. Woo, if you're watching, write that down. Go to Tulsa. Okay, you need to go to Tulsa. I think Adam lived in Oklahoma for a while, didn't he? A little town in eastern Oklahoma. Remember him going there. That was back in the days when Adam was a must-watch channel, you know, a channel. Now he's I think Adam's turning into the Tim Tracker of Los Angeles. You know, Tim Tracker does a very good channel. I gotta say though, Tim, the no beard look is bad. You don't have much of a chin. You need the beard, okay? You need facial hair. The best facial hair you had was the crazy handlebar mustache. That was your like mojo. That was your like your moniker. That was like your trademark, okay? He shaved that off, and then he grew a beard back, a full beard, which looked okay, and then he kind of trimmed it back to a kind of goatee beard, and then it went away. Now he has no beard. I mean, you look weird. You're a kind of a guy that looks really good in a beard. Nomadic Fanatic's the same thing. When Nomadic Fanatic shaves, and he does every now and then, he just kind of looks, his head is round. He needs, there's some guys, I'm one of them, okay? If you saw me without a beard, you'd cringe. You know, I need this beard, okay? I mean, I would like, if I shaved this thing off, I would just collapse, okay? Mr. Winger. Fortunately, none of them go where I go. Okay, let me get caught up here. Mikey Mike, I want to see Eric Nomadic Fanatic go over Niagara Falls in a barrel with jacks. That's not nice. It's 7:37 in Colorado. I made the ultimate sacrifice to be here. Well, thank you, Jimmy. Yeah, come on. As you get older, you get up earlier, right? When I sleep till 7:30, I'm like, whoa, I slept late this morning, you know? Sparky Tuttle. I would like some of the nomads to go to these tiny towns and get some of the locals to talk about their town. They could run across the locals. And then again, that goes back to what Adam the Woo was doing. When Adam was in his, peak form, he would get in large Marge, or just get in his van, and he'd go through these little towns in the South, and he'd meet people and he'd talk about people. And it was really a cool channel. I mean, I don't know. But I think he's trying to be the Tim Tracker of Los Angeles. We're now getting updates on the Disney construction and the new Star Wars wing of the whatever, that's a valid channel. I mean, a lot of people take their kids and they want to know what's coming. They're planning their vacations for next summer, and they want to know what they can do in Disney. And I'm not saying that isn't a valid channel. I think Tim Tracker and his wife do a wonderful job with what they do in the Orlando area, but it's not what Adam was doing before, and I kind of missed that. That's all I'm saying. For the folks that hung out with Adam over the years, all these years, and then we're seeing him doing different stuff now, I think, you got to be careful too when you build your channel. Whether you're an old timer like Adam, or whether you're Blind Views or somebody like that, or me, you start building a channel, and yes, you do have to make little movements and shift things and do things. I've changed my channel. I mean, I have been focusing, and some people don't like it, more on the Nomads. I talk more about the Nomads these days. There's a little cadre of bottom of YouTubers, and I still like them. I still watch them. Lou and Princess Bubbles, and all you crazy guys, Chad the Swedes and Big Time, and all you guys I watch, and Mark and everybody. I love your channels, but I'm focusing on the Nomads. I do a little shout out to you guys every now and then. I try to work some of those channels in every, in some of the shows, but my bread and butter right now are the Nomads, and that's where I'm trying to do, and I, people, no matter what you do, somebody's not going to like it. So, but I would say to folks, it's like Blind Views. What I would recommend to Blind Views is I go ahead with the Big Brother stuff, but you need to put it on, make 2 or 3 channels and have a Big Brother channel and something else, and mixing that all up. The people that want to see the Nomad stuff, and then they see all these Big Brother videos, are going to go, what the heck? Rod Sturgis. Rod Serling, Carlos Martinez. Destination Open Road. Good morning. Is that Scott or Terry there? We can't tell from your little thing there. I thought Scott was really cool. He is such a cool guy. He's sitting there fixing Aj's. He's down there under her, she does not have the state of the artist RV. He's down there pumping gunk up into things and doing crazy stuff. And I mean, wow, I hope she pays him something, a mechanic's fee for all the work he does for her down there. I'll tell you, man. And I mean down there meaning under the van. I meant under the RV. That's what I meant. Jeff Sessions. We had Rudy Giuliani here before. Now we have Jeff Sessions. Mike Pompeo will be here next, and then we'll have Michael Cohen. I don't rely on YouTube. I do it for me. Yeah, this is my channel, damn it. And I'm going to do what I want to do. And what if John Wayne had a YouTube channel? What if he was a YouTube nomad? Damn it, I'm going to put on it whatever the heck I want. And if you don't like it, you can just go to friggin' heck. RV Rebel Girl's here. How you doing? Still down there in Florida, huh? Anyway, we're talking about today's topic. We're talking about where are places in the United States and Canada especially that they haven't been that they need to go. We see a lot of these nomads going to the same places over and over, right? Sometimes they're all in Florida. Sometimes they're all in Texas. We see a lot of them in the Orlando area. Sometimes we see 4 or 5 of them in Key West. Sometimes they're all at Padre Island in Texas. Sometimes we often see them, especially in the winter, all down there in Arizona, at Quartzsite, at Yuma, at Needles, what are those towns are Blythe. They're all down there, sometimes in Phoenix. We see a lot of them clustering all up in Washington State, like right now with Scott and Terry and the whole tribe. There are certain places where they seem to be clustered a lot. It's like I was thinking like the Cape Hatteras. Cape Hatteras is a beautiful area in North Carolina on the eastern coast. We don't see a lot of YouTubers there. And I very rarely see any YouTubers at Cape Hatteras. It seems like a cool place to be. There's places like that where I think they've kind of been missed. They're not, you don't see a lot of them there, I don't know. Just so give me your Area 51. We could see some more actual nomads. So we've seen a lot of explorer people there, but it would be really cool for some nomads to camp out there. Now, Pahrump, where Carolyn's RV Life and Bob Wells technically have their residences. They have that's near Area 51. So I don't know. Maybe you could see some weird stuff flying over at night from there. A lot of people that go to Slab City, there's a lot of military stuff down there. They do see some weird lights. I've noticed that a couple times. Hey, Dave, have you ever been pulled over by the cops? Oh, of course. I've got a couple speeding tickets in my long, illustrious career. Sure. I did an improper lane change once. I had a fender bender once. Yeah, I've had, I'd say 3 or 4 or 5 runovers by the cops, but not lately. I think my last speeding ticket was 2002 or 3. So it's been a good decade plus since I've had a run-in with the cops. I've got a couple warnings too. They'll look at me and they'll go, oh, I've had that a couple times, but no more than the average guy. Blind Views, do you need to contact the Justice Department? report errant YouTubers. Utah, Yoda Doug. Campervan Kevin did a wonderful couple days, weeks in Utah there. Quite a few of the nomads, Southern Utah, Moab, that big park down there. Didn't we see Angela M there? That was good today. I mean, we've seen a lot of them in the, especially Campervan Kevin. It's been in Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado. We've seen a lot of coverage of those areas. I too am on the lookout for an Australian RVer. Yeah, anybody got some recommendations of some good Australian RVers? Maybe with some the East Coast is underrated. Go East, people. Well, the East Coast does have a few problems. It isn't as RV friendly as the West Coast, that's for sure. It's much more built up, especially the Northeast. And a lot of RVers complain about that. The roads are older. They're much more congested. The bridges are lower. It's like the Walmarts around here. You could not camp in a Walmart parking lot in the DC area. There's too much congestion. Gas stations, the parking lots are smaller. You don't see RVers. There will be an RVer that may pull in there during the day, but you cannot camp in an RV in the DC in a Walmart parking lot. It's just not enough room. And I'm sure that's true in Philly and New York and Boston. And it's harder especially when you're in a big vehicle, to get around an urban area and drive around in the traffic. The roads just aren't built for them. When you get out west and you have the room, you can definitely see why RVers like that area better. Rod Sturgis, Angela cried about Eric dumping her and then defended him later. Yeah, that was interesting. That she was kind of mad, and then she kind of almost apologized. She said, "Look, all you guys, don't attack Eric. We had some words, we had some things, but I still like the guy." And then she was talking their videos this past week. She had driven from the Midwest over to Georgia, and then she was having some stalking trouble, she said. And then she also talked about how she was having quite a lot of trouble with her van. She was having electrical trouble getting the alternator to recharge the battery. And then she was also having problems that a lot of people seem to have, is when they idle, it stalls. So when you drive up, hit a red light, you have to stall and restart. Aja was having that trouble a lot. I don't know. Aja was claiming it was the altitude. She was up high in the Rockies there, or somewhere in Colorado, whereas Georgia isn't that high. So I don't know. Everybody's got problems. We had Van City Van Life. Oh, Van City Van Life was having some troubles with his van. Aja was having troubles with her van. And of course, Angela. Hogcat, I think they should go live with you in your basement, my friend's basement. Oh, well, here he is. Here's Nomadic Fanatic. It's funny that you mentioned that. He looks a lot like Crotchy, doesn't he? Angela Emma's being stalked by a crazy chipmunk. Well, to be honest with you, Rimnod, Atlanta's actually, for an East Coast city, pretty high elevation. They're up there over 1,000 feet, aren't they? 1,500 feet. Atlanta's up in the kind of the hills. It's a hilly city. It's, you know, give us a look at the camouflage. Da 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 da. The camo shorts. Oh yeah. It's funny here. We've had a couple beautiful days here in the DC area, but it's going to go up into the upper 90s for Sunday and Monday. So we got a little bit of summer still out there. Crotchy's got, you know, I don't know if you know, Crotchy's got camo pants too. You know, he's like me as a puppet. This is really cool though. Bruce Bunger did a really nice job. It's like, these are like baby camo pants. If you look at the, you know, it's like infant camo pants. I don't know how many infants have legs that skinny and long. I think that's kind of weird, but I think maybe he did make, I think he did make the camo pants custom, because I don't think you're going to see too many infants with legs like that. But the t-shirt is an infant t-shirt. Yeah, it has you see that brand. What's it called? It's called Cat and Jack. If you go to Target, you see a lot of Cat and Jack infant wear there. So Bruce did a wonderful job. Dave, I need to get a suit. What, for my federal court appearance, right? Chippendales camo. That's what we should have the Camo Dave Chippendales dancers. A whole bunch of hunky guys wearing white t-shirts and camo cutoffs. And then we can get up there before the ladies, you know, anybody remember the Hangar Club? They used to advertise here in DC all the time. There's a place called the Hangar Club. I think they were down there in like Waldorf, Maryland, just south of DC. And they would always have the guy dancers for the ladies, you know, that they strip it off. You know, I don't think they went totally naked, but they do the ladies' night out. You'd go down to the Hangar Club and hang out with all the buff guys. Yeah. I think that place is long gone. I haven't seen any ads for it, but I don't know if there are any of those clubs still around. Nomads should come visit Quebec. Daniel, you're absolutely right. I think that is one of the places in Canada that has been neglected by a lot of nomads. Some of them wouldn't make it through the border since they have criminal records. But you got to do Quebec in the summer, right? I mean, it's cold in the winter. You know, Montreal and that area of Canada gets bitter cold in the winter. But it's true. I would love to see like Caravan Carolyn driving around French Quebec. I think that would be really pretty. And then over to New Brunswick. And there's a whole area there north. We do have some of the nomads that go up to Vermont and New Hampshire. And a lot of hikers do that. But go up into Canada there, that part of Canada. It seems like a very pretty area. Dave's Dancing Bears, Catfish Jones, the Dancing Bears, the full camo. Nobody remembers but you, Dave, the Hangar Club. Get a tuxedo t-shirt for the Boyd Awards. You know, if Aaron wants me to, I'll be a presenter this year. I could maybe be the host. I'll be the host of it. If you want me to be the host of it, I'll do it. And I will buy, or, maybe you can super chat me some money and I'll go down to Spencer's Gifts down there at the mall there. They probably have a tuxedo t-shirt. I have to say Tennessee, hold on. The comments are coming fast and furious. Melissa writes, Dave, I have to say Tennessee, we have a lot to offer. And if the people that came out of Tennessee and the Great Smoky Mountains National Park in October is coming beautifully. Yeah, it is beautiful. We do have not enough nomads, I think. We have a lot of explorers in Tennessee. We do have people like John, Exploration Unknown, and we have Mark, and we do have Mark Fun Jones, and we do have Carpetbagger, which is right across the border in North Carolina. There are quite a lot of YouTubers in that area, but actually exploring Tennessee, Yeah, well, I think we could use some more of those. A lot of the explorers that do exploring are from Tennessee. Less Chunk, More Journey. They're from Cookeville, Tennessee. We have quite a few. We have I'm Not Chuck. He's from Tennessee. So there's quite a lot of YouTubers that are nomads that go other places that are based in Tennessee. But I think, yeah, to some degree, we need more people in Tennessee. What is my size? Waist size 30, 32. I like medium. I like, my t-shirts. I like them tight. A medium, a small men's, whatever. Small. I like small men. Get a 1970s velvet tux with the ruffle shirt and vest. Oh, yeah. I'm going to get one of those puffy shirts. I'll get a puffy shirt like Jerry Seinfeld wore. I painted another dragonfly last night. Blind views. Make sure I keep your subscription. Mark Fun Jones, my Doxinator, you said you were going to send him a Caribbean Dave. You did that Pilgrim Dave with a kind of the orange face. It looks like he has some sort of a liver failure, but you need to send that or a copy of that to my Doxinator. You promised it, Mark. Smoky Mountains in full. Yeah, and the Shenandoah Valley and the Blue Ridge Mountains. You go up into Virginia, that whole Skyline Drive, Shenandoah Valley goes down into. That is a beautiful time of the year in October. Absolutely. As long as we don't get a hurricane. That it seems like October is the month, late September, early October is when we tend to get our hurricanes here. And so far, the hurricane season looks pretty quiet here on the East Coast. Not so in the West, we're in Pacific with Hawaii there, but so far so good. But, it does happen sometimes. We get a big storm coming up in October. The Trollinator. How are you doing, Billy? I think Billy wants me to cover more of the bottom of YouTube stuff and less few. I get that from a lot of people. You cover too many of the nomads. You need to cover us guys there that built your channel, the Loos, the Gothic Childs, the Chads, the Swedes. I try to cover you guys too. Joe Robinet does a lot in the Appalachian Trails. Joe does he does some great stuff up there in Canada too. He's a Canadian guy. I love his channel. He does a lot of stuff. He's kind of a kooky guy. He's really built his channel though. He makes a lot of money on that. Explorers in Tennessee, I watch Yankee in the South and NTL vlogs. Yeah, NTL guy. That was the guy with the voice. He talks like this. Hey everybody, I'm sweating. He's a very sweaty guy. I'm out here in Pigeon Forge. Oh my goodness, I'm sweating. How you doing? He's sweaty. Rhonda's View. I do like watching the tribe together and their different perspectives on the same places. Jimmy Aja, Open Road, Destination Open Road. Yeah, I do too. I think they're very good. I think that's, sometimes you do. It's funny how you see it can get a little old sometimes when you just see the same people in the same place doing the same things. But they do have a nice camaraderie there, I get too giddy. Well, it's the caffeine. Is Camper Van Elvis still alive? You know what? I've taken a break from him. You haven't seen me mention him much on my channel, the last couple of days because I just got tired of him. I do that all the time with Camper Van Elvis. I watch him for a while. I get sick of him and I stop watching him. I do the same thing with Jimmy the Hobo. I won't watch Jimmy the Hobo for 2 months and then I'll suddenly go, gee, I wonder what Jimmy the Hobo's up to. And then I'll watch him for a month or two. I don't know. I can take him in small doses. Burger Planet is one of them. Looks like Burger. I don't know. I was surprised. Burger, what was it, about 2 months ago? He left LA. He went up to Seattle. He went over across Montana and then back down to Indiana where his family's from. And he's been hanging out down in that kind of upper Midwest, that eastern Midwest there for a while. And then all of a sudden now he's back in LA with Ice Poseidon training for a big fight. So I guess he flew back, or did he drive back? I don't know. I must have missed it. But, I try to watch videos, but I cannot watch 7 hours of Burger Planet sometimes. I just don't have that's like a third of your day. I can't spend half of my waking hours watching Burger Planet. Elvis doesn't do live videos anymore. It's just audio, and it's boring to see him without actually seeing him. Yeah, and he doesn't even show himself half the time now. He's just driving around. I got to drive to the Jewel-Osco to pick up some groceries, and then we don't even see him in the grocery store, and then he's back in the parking lot. I'm now driving over to the Subway to get a tuna sub. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey, go keto. So does Totally Kathy, is Caravan Carolyn and the geezers gone now? Have they finally? We got a lot of coverage there. We got Totally Kathy did 2 videos with Caravan Carolyn and the geezer. Well, we didn't actually get to see the geezers, but they were there. And then we got Blind Views did the Big Brother chat with both Totally Kathy and Caravan Carolyn. And then we got Caravan Carolyn's video today at Totally Kathy. So there's like been 4 videos. You know, Blind Views was bitching a while back about everybody doing the same thing over and over again. We got 4 videos. Yeah. Burger Planet wouldn't last on my plantation, writes Jeff Sessions. No, not sure how folks watch Burger Planet. Yeah, he is. I can take him in small doses, okay? Or I'll watch 5-10 minutes of his streams. But yeah, I cannot imagine somebody sitting there watching it for hours and hours. However, I do feel like maybe he's back. He's built, you know, he actually got some new subs finally now that he's back in LA. Lots of noisy tools at work today. Everybody have okay, Marky Fun Jones he's got a jobby poo. So he's going back to work. Good for you. Yeah, totally, Kathy. Now you're lonely. Everybody's gone. Maybe you need to get on the road. Have you thought of that? Maybe you and Caravan Carolyn could somehow, you know, follow each other. You know, get your RV, get a van, and you could follow Caravan Carolyn around and kind of, you know, that might be a cool little new tribe. The Keto Tribe. Call it the Keto Tribe. The only requirement is that you have to have a keto diet. Bonjour, hey Claudette. Basti, we got a bunch of people from Quebec today. The Quebecois. I used to remember George Michael, the sports guy, used to do the sports machine, and he'd always say Quebec. I hated that. He'd go, there's some hockey team, he'd go, the Quebec. I'd go, George. Living Free Mikey is a very cool guy. Well, yeah, he's not been really doing anything terribly interesting lately. He's been hanging out in his hometown, his home state of Minnesota for the last, month? Custom Army Camo Volkswagen T1 T2 bus. Christmas ornament VW Samba van. Wow, would you buy those for me? I don't have the money for that. I can barely afford repairs on Lil Adam. I like that Ford Transit van, the smaller ones. I've seen a number of those. You know, I seriously think if I had some money and could buy a nice Ford Transit van and kind of put a bed in it like what Camper Van Kevin has, I think that might be kind of cool. Those are neat looking vans. I saw somebody the other day with a bright red one. I thought that looked really cool. I get a Ford Transit van and we'll do a camo wrap on it, you know, and then I'll put a nice bed in it and get a fantastic fan. I don't need to fix it up like Camper Van Kevin. I don't need it fancy. I really don't. I just want a comfortable place to sleep and a little bit of room to store some of my stuff. That's all I would need. I don't need cooking facilities because I ain't going to cook in the van. I'm going to, you know, go to Wendy's or whatever. But I think that would be fun. That would be neat. And I still would want to stay in motels and stuff because I like a bed, but in the occasional night that you want to sleep in the van and you got the fan going, you know, that might be cool. That might be cool. And it'd be nice to have some more storage stuff. You know, I could I only have in my car now, I only have like 10 pairs of camo pants. I would like to bring all my 50 pairs with me wherever I go. Oh, really? We'll buy it for you if you want. Yes. Yes, Carla. Yes, Carlos Martinez, Eternal. Blyak. The Ford vans have different drive shaft issues. Yeah. I don't know. At least a newer one, you know, you probably wouldn't, you know, if you had a warranty, if you got it at CarMax, you know, at least you have a warranty on it, you know, and then there are CarMax is around so you could do got little Adam wrapped. Good idea, Craig. I'll put the Doxinator on it. Transits have transmission. Yeah, you know, I mean, the VWs, everybody, you do VW Golfs. I mean, they have transmission issues too. Everybody does. I don't know. You know, I think the key is to get one that's new enough so that you can get some sort of a warranty on it. You know, if you're, for example, if you're CarMax, you buy a 2 or 3 year old transit van from them, and then you get the warranty from them. And then, you know, if you have any problems, you just take it there. At least for a while, you could do that, you know. Destination Open Road. Your property reminds me of what I imagine the Garden of Eden would look like. They have a pretty property up there, don't they? When will Adam the Woo move out of California? I think, David, I think he's decided that that's where he wants to be, you know, and that's more power to him. You know, LA is a cool place to live. I have to admit it. There's some downsides to it, but it's a big city with a lot of vitality and a lot of cool stuff. And it's in a pretty part of the country. And I can't fault him for that, you know, and I think to some degree he's dealt with channel burnout. He's done so much. He's been on YouTube for 5 or 6 years, been there, done that. Now what? You know, and any YouTuber's going to have that. Nomadic Fanatic's going to find that out if he hasn't already. He's been all over the country. He's traveled across country many times. He's been up and down the East Coast. He likes it. He enjoys it. But as far as a YouTube channel goes, how do you do new content when you've been doing the same thing over and over again? It's hard. It's difficult. It's a challenge. Mikey Mike, you can have my 1977 AMC Pacer. Those are probably, you know, a Pacer in good shape today is probably worth a lot of money. It'd be an antique, you know. Oh, yeah. I love those cars. You don't see them on the road at all anymore. They probably all rusted away. Wendy's Baconator on the next Burger Dave. You know, I used to go to Catfish. I used to go to Wendy's a lot with my mom, and this was 15, 20 years ago, and I liked Wendy's. It was a really nice place. I really think the chain has gone downhill a lot. I hadn't been to Wendy's in years, and I've been going to a couple local Wendy's now, and I'll tell you something. They're very dumpy. They're very, you know, Dave is gone. Dave Thomas is gone, and the chain has deteriorated significantly. The Wendy's in Rehoboth Beach was an absolute dump. And the food was bad. The Wendy's here in Springfield, Virginia ain't much better. I'll be honest with you. The interior is just kind of a big room with a bunch of tables. The service, the people that work behind the counter cannot even say thank you or smile. They look like they're miserable. I mean, I have nothing but bad things to say about Wendy's right now. There may be some other Wendy's out there that are better run, but the ones around here, they're pretty bad. You know, McDonald's aren't much better. But, you know, you go to Chipotle and they're friendly. You go to Panera and they're friendly. You go to Subway. The Subway here the people are so nice. But, I have nothing good to say. Burger King's, you know, I still like the Whoppers, but the ones around here are old and they need updating. Now, if you go out to the outer suburbs like Manassas and Haymarket and Ashburn, they have newer everything, and they're nicer stores and everything. They have a Five Guys here in the Burke Springfield area that is brand new, which is really nice, and I like that a lot. And again, it's just a friendliness, a smile, you know. I don't know. Yeah, they just kind of toss the bag at you at the Wendy's here. Our Wendy's got a facelift. It was dumpy for years, and now the servers are yeah, see, now the comments blink away, don't they? Yeah, exactly. I think that means a lot. I saw Dave Thomas in Fort Lauderdale in the 90s at a Ruth's Chris. They have a couple Ruth's Chris around here. I've been to Chick-fil-A. The Chick-fil-A's are usually very nice. Yeah, the ones around here are fairly new, and they always have very nice service. I've always liked them. Chipotle. I always get good service at Chipotle. The people there are always very nice. Yeah, it's a lot. If you get a bowl, you get a lot of food. Why are we talking about it? We're talking bottom of YouTube. It's funny how these things go. Anyway, the topic for today is where should YouTuber nomads be going? Okay, we see them in the same places over and over again. Are there some places in the United States and Canada that we would like to see them go to more often? And I think, you know, Eastern Canada, Quebec, New Brunswick, Prince William Island, Nova Scotia, You know, that would be cool. I like seeing Eric Nomadic Fanatic in Maine. I don't think enough YouTubers do Maine. I think that's cool. You got New Hampshire and Vermont are also cool. Upper New York State is cool. The Adirondacks. We don't see a lot of RVers there. Again, it's the season. Yeah, you can't do it in the winter. You got to do it in the summer. And we're already at the end of the summer season. When you're talking about the South, desert. In the desert. I want them all confined to the desert. We should take a whole chunk of Arizona, put a giant fence, but instead of putting that fence between us and Mexico, we should build a fence around a big chunk of southern Arizona, and then all the nomads and YouTubers just all go there. And then they just kind of travel around and talk to each other. Angela M is going to dye her arched eyebrows gold and become a spokesperson for McDonald's. Mikey Mike, that's funny. I try to take my wife out to Chick-fil-A every Sunday. Yeah, Chick-fil-A, remember they're owned by some Christian guy, and they close every Sunday, right? You drive by a Chick-fil-A on a Sunday and it's dark. Yeah. You know, and there's a Hobby Lobby the same way. That's one of those hobby craft stores. They do the same thing. They're always closed on Sundays. Which, I mean, you lose a lot of business. I mean, you do. You lose. You know, that's just 1/7 of. I don't know. You know, that's a lot of money you're losing by not being open. Do. NH Libra, New Hampshire, be out of here by the 3rd week of October. Well, the snows come, right? Yeah. I don't know. You know, again, you're dealing with the northern places, East Coast. The weather is very variable, and it's not conducive to RVing and camping a good chunk of the year. You know, Virginia's an interesting state. It depends. Sometimes we have really warm falls, and sometimes we don't. You know, October, November. Sometimes November in Virginia is a warm month and it's a beautiful time. And other times it's rainy and cold. It doesn't. Give me the money. Greg Charlton. Give me the money. Hit the super chat. My mixer board in the basement is busted. I need to fix it. When I was a kid, you had stores had to close on Sunday. They weren't open. Yeah, there used to be little things called blue laws. And some parts of the country still have those where, certain stores have to close. Most stores have to close on Sundays. Liquor stores, stuff like that. When I was a kid growing up, New Jersey did not have blue laws. So the stores were all open on Sundays. But in Pennsylvania, they always had blue laws. So all the stores in Pennsylvania were closed on Sundays. So what happened was, all the stores in New Jersey, all the malls in New Jersey got flooded with people driving over from Philadelphia and Pennsylvania to a shop. You know, Virginia used to restrict. We have state-run ABC stores, and the stores used to always be closed on Sundays, and then they started opening them, and now they've just reported record earnings. I noticed billions and billions of dollars flowing into the state's coffers from alcohol sales because they've opened up on Sundays. So interesting. I don't know. Hey, Dave and everyone. I was born in Norfolk. Hi, back for more. Hi, David Todd. What do you think of Hillary Clinton's frazzle dip? I don't know, man. I don't know. Frazzle dip. Hillary. It's against the law to buy an RV on Sunday in Colorado. Really? Is it really? Is that just an RV, or is that like car? You can't buy a car. I remember there are places like that. I know there are places where technically it's against the law to buy a car on Sunday. I think Maryland used to have a law like that. Or there are states with that law. Now, the car dealers would be open on Sunday, and you could come and we'll look at the car and do the test drive. But if you wanted to sign the papers to buy the car, you had to come back on Monday to do it. I remember that's how they got around that law. Thank you, Mikey Mike. If you have a Portillo's by you, try the cheeseburgers. We do not have a Portillo's. However, I am going with a friend today to Santini's. There's a place called Santini's here in Northern Virginia, which is quite good. They have burgers and pizzas. It's kind of like a New York deli kind of thing. So we're going to go to Santini's for lunch. So I will $10. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. In Texas, the car dealers must close one day a week, usually Sunday, but they can choose not to sell cars on Mondays. That's weird. Why do they have to close one day a week? I don't understand that. You know, if they want to, who's it hurting if they're open 7 days a week? But there are places like that where, yeah, you know, the dealers will be open every day, but they can only sign the paperwork like on Mondays through Fridays. I don't know. There's a lot of quirky little things like that. Portillo is awesome. When I lived in Chicago, sweet Italian beef with provolone. Oh my God. Well, I feel I would like to, I'll have to check it out if I can find one around here. Martinis at Santini's. I do not think Santini serves, they may have beer there, but I don't think they serve mixed drinks. Well, heavens to Betsy, Dave got a super chat. Well, I've been doing, yeah, I got it. Oh, yeah, money. Yeah, I got some money. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. We'll have to do a shout out from Mr. Crotch. Crotchy's here today. Forgot about him. Hi, everybody. I know you guys all hate me. I know that half of you people don't like me. You don't like these stupid puppets on your favorite YouTube channels, but I don't care. I'm like Blind Views. I'm going to do what I want. If he wants to put his Seymour in his videos, then Dave can put me in his videos there. And if you don't like it, so what? Yeah. All right. Let's have a vote. If you like Crotchy, make a super chat donation in the next 10 minutes, and then we'll have the vote. And if nobody makes a super chat donation in the next 10 minutes, then we'll put Crotchy back in the box. I don't want to go back in the box. I don't want to. Oh yeah, by the way, these are free. You want a Camo Club sticker? We got a whole pile of these. Thank you to Time Chaser for making these. Join the Camo Club. Put one on your butt. Just smack it there on your butt. Anyway, these are free. Self-addressed stamp envelope. I'll put my Springfield address in the comments below, or just go to fuzzface1z.com. My comments are almost on every video. I mean, my address is on almost every video. What is it, Crotchy? camodave 6200 Rolling Road, number 2442, Springfield, Virginia 22152. Oh yeah. All right, self-addressed stamped envelope, and that, you know, and Canadians, you know, you can't do that from Canada, but just send me an envelope and I'll figure it out. It's $1.20 or something to mail from here to Canada, which isn't that big of a deal. I think I can afford that. Dog Lips, how are you doing? Stephanie Anderson would like Crotchy more if he had a different voice. Well, all right. Hi, it's Crotchy. How are you? Hi, it's Crotchy. Howdy. Y'all. Well, y'all. We can't stop the thoughts we have, y'all. So we have to control them, y'all. And then I need a new refrigerator, y'all. How do I get to Sesame Street? Dave is trying. I'm broke, Dave. I haven't figured out what the button to push on my RV to get the coin return. Yeah, I don't know. You know. Did he pay you mention his name? I should do what Days with Jordan the Lion does. I should everybody who makes a super chat donation within like a week, and then I'll put you all in the in the hopper, put your names in the hopper and pick out somebody to get a prize. But you have to make a donation. I don't know. That's a weird one. It's kind of like a raffle. Deborah Joy. Yes, you got it. Y'all. I'm just so upset. The guy in the car has a dog, and the dog's on a leash, and its nose is sticking out of the window. And if that dog jumps out of the car, that dog is going to ruin my day. He's going to be dragging and down the road and strangling. And she's not so concerned about The dog, it's going to ruin her day. That's just going to ruin my day if I see that. Well, yeah, and the dog's day is going to be ruined too, I think, but anyway. If she felt, it was a long red light, she should have gotten out of her vehicle, run up and banged on the guy's window and said, put that back window up. Your dog's going to get strangled. I mean, then he went with that. Then we're going to have a road rage incident that's going to be on David Muir. We don't want to see. You don't want to do that, okay? Here's the deal. You never, when you're driving, especially in urban areas, do not ever make eye contact with other drivers. The road rage is crazy. Biggles donated $1,000. Carolyn Burns, $50. Thank you so much to my camo van. I'm serious. I'm starting to think about getting some kind of a van. I would, I don't know. I see advantages with that. And I like the way the newer vans are designed. They're not just, I like something a little bit sporty with a little bit of a European look. And those new transit vans, I like the way they look. I think they're kind of stylish vans, They're not like these old rust buckets that you see around. I don't know if they, some of those boxy little cars too, they could work. I don't know. There's some interesting looking cars out there. I just, the standard SUV, I don't know, but thank you very much. That was very nice of you, Carolyn Burns. All righty here. Heavens to Betsy, a super chat. Vacation movie. Yeah, that was that Chevy Chase Vacation. He had the dog tied to the bumper. Yeah, and the cop pulls him over and yeah, it's like, your poor dog. Yeah, it's like, oh my God. Those are good movies. Those are fun. That is a classic funny movie. Chevy Chase's original Vacation and then the Christmas Vacation. I still love the Christmas Vacation movie. That's one of my must views every Christmas. I have to watch Chevy Chase and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Get Campervan Kevin to help you make it into an RV, Dave. He does a good job. The guy, you got to hand it to Campervan Kevin. He has got the smarts. He really does about how to fix the van up. To be honest with you, I watch a lot of these things where people really fix up their vans and do Dave 2D's been doing that. Jed does that. I honestly don't need all that. I would need the prime thing to have is a place to sleep. Okay. A place to sleep that's comfortable. I would want a comfortable bed or a mattress back there. I would definitely want a fan because I need the blowing air on me. And here in the Northeast, especially in the summer, yeah, you couldn't do it. You couldn't do it because it's just too hot. The greenhouse effect in your vehicle. But, in the winter, it'd be so darn cold. But there's a good time of the year from, say, September through November, and then from, say, late March through early June, where you would have decent weather, at least around here, where you could do that, or go somewhere where the weather's nicer, like, humidity's lower, like out in, Arizona or something. But I think that would be cool. I would like to go to RTR this year. I think that would be a lot of fun. I don't know. I'm thinking about ways of doing that. Imagine all the people I could meet and interview. I think it would be so cool. I don't know. It's definitely something that's on my radar. I'm looking at maybe doing something like that. I don't know. We'll see. I need a big bucket. Yeah, definitely. You need a lot of Walmart bags and a big bucket. That's what you would need. Northeast and East summer, come to Texas. I've been to Texas. I've flown there. Ryobi has a battery powered fan. Yeah, okay. Kevin could put the fantastic fan in for me. I would have more groupies than what's his name. Hey, Geezer's here. Are you gonna do a live chat after me? Are you going to do another live chat after me and fall asleep? Right, last weekend I did Super Dave, and Geezer came on, and he said, "Now everybody go over to my channel afterward." And a good number of you did. And then he did a chat. He was outside his Delaware home, and then he goes inside, and he's sitting there, and he vapes something, and he's talking to the people, and all of a sudden, you just see him go off the screen, and that you see that for about, I don't know, half an hour. Now he's breathing. You can see him breathing, so he's still alive. And then everybody was screaming and yelling like, "Oh my God, is he okay? What do we do? Does anyone know his phone number? Does anyone know his address?" And then Blindviews was trying to contact me on my phone, which I had turned off because I was in my storage locker working. And later in the afternoon, I get on there and there's all these phone calls. And no, I do not have Geezer's address, although I do know where I can find his house. I can find his house on Google Earth. Now that Google, the streets thing where you go on Google, I know where he lives. He's got the swimming pool in the backyard. He's got the double car garage in the backyard, and he's got like a cement factory across the street. And I know the town he's in, and I know where, as I drive out the road and I can see the cement factory on one side, and oh, there's his house. It's got a nice big driveway where I could park little Adam. But I don't know his address, and I don't know his phone number. So, Geezer! I just doxed him. Yes, I doxed him. He lives outside a small Delaware town, across from a cement factory. Craig, can't watch Geese. I have to get to work. I miss the old man, Geezer. You need to bring the old man back a couple times, okay? Maybe you ought to start a sub channel or a second channel. Bring the old man back. We miss him. We miss the mask. We miss that guy. You had a really weird persona there, and you need to bring it back, okay? Bob Wells is a sellout. RTR is a bore. Who doesn't know how to camp now? Writes Forever One. Bob Wells, do you notice Bob Wells has been living in somebody's house? Is that his mother's place? I don't know. Every time I see him doing his Sunday chats, he's in a room now with a bed, and he's not living on the road right now. So I don't know how much of the year does he? I thought he was a full-time RV or van or whatever. He lives in an RV, doesn't he? I don't know. I thought he was a full-timer, but he apparently isn't. He's been spending a lot of time in a sticks and bricks place. I don't know. All right, Geezer's going to do another live stream today. Drink some coffee, or drink some Coke or something with caffeine in it so you can stay awake. I like the young Geezer. Yeah, that pool of his, he was cleaning out the pool the other day. I don't know, man. It looked like it got some algae in that thing. Looked kind of yucky. Old Geezer channel soon is going to NR. All old Geezer, not me chatting. Yeah. RTR will be eliminated. What are you going to do that? You're going to send the Justice Department down there and shut it down, Jeff? Huh? Come on. Don't you have better things to do? Like fighting with the president? Anyway, so today's topic, which was not a lot of people are talking about, is where should the Nomads go? What parts of the country, what places in the country do the Nomads seem to be avoiding? We see them all in the same places. So anybody got some ideas of where they should go? Sylvester Pooty Tat. The 50s and 60s were the height of recreational camping. That's because the WW2 guys, they like to camp. Yeah, it's probably true. A lot of guys that were in the military probably do enjoy that, and there was a lot of military vets back then, a lot of people with the draft and all that. You had a high percentage of guys that had been in the military, and so there was a big boom in camping in the 50s. I think you're very right. Anybody watch one of my favorite movies of all time, The Long, Long Trailer with Lucy and Desi? That is a wonderful movie. If you have to pick a movie about camping and trailering, living and all that, that goes right up there at the top. I really love that movie. The Long, Long Trailer, Lucy and Desi in color, in Technicolor, I think. They buy a big camper trailer thing and hook it up to their old, their new car, which is an old car today. and go around and have a lot of fun in it. It's very fun. It's a very good movie. I like that. I could do an entire year of content just here in Kentucky, Camo Dave. And I think that's very true. You know, you could do an entire year of content just exploring the Washington area here in DC. There's so much. I have a friend named Hugh. Hugh knows all these weird things in DC, all these, you know, weird parks and strange things and weird history, and, you know, where Frank Zappa once camped out after he did a concert, and where, you know, all this weird stuff. And, you know, if you could literally just focus on DC or a state or just an area and just dive into the history. And that's one thing that Jordan the Lion does so well. I have to admit it, even though he's kind of I find his personality a little difficult to take. I do like the channel because he just dives into the history, layer and layer and layer of history in LA. You know, a lot of it entertainment related, and it's just fascinating, you know, and any area has that, you know, you just have to get into it, you know. And it's very true, you know, it's there's no place like home. It's what Dorothy said at the end of Wizard of Oz. Truly, you know, you don't need to go traveling all over the universe to find happiness. It's all right there, right? You can, and it's amazing to me too how I see people who, like these hiker dudes that go like to Vermont and do these crazy hikes and all that. You know, there are places within an hour's drive of DC, a 2-hour drive of DC, that have some fantastic hiking. You don't need to go to, you know, the White Mountains and the Green Mountains and the Adirondacks and the, you know, it's right here, you know, and it's like going to Alaska to camp. Okay. But there's a lot of good camping within, you know, a half day's drive of DC. You go up in the Shenandoah Mountains and stuff. So I don't know. Keep the 120 degrees in Death Valley. Yeah. My new channel is Pistol Pete. Oh my. Jimmy Rants. Oh, that was a funny scene in the movie, Eileen. Yeah, Lucy was back there cooking, and Ricky's driving the car, Desi, and he's singing da da one of his Cuban songs, da 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 da, and the thing's bouncing around, and yeah. Oh yeah. That's a good scene. The other good scene too is when they are they get the trailer on a old logging road, and they get stuck in the mud, and then so the thing is twisted, it's leaning, it's tilted, so Desi has to get out there and try to prop it up, and Lucy's in there cooking and making dinner, and it starts to rain, and then he gets soaking wet and falls in the mud, and then they go out in the that's a great scene. That is one of the classic scenes of all time. I almost puked after seeing oh my goodness. Dave interviews Congress. Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, right. The Blue Ridge is an awesome place. You're right. Your RV freedom. Again, it's a Skyline Drive. It's a wonderful place to go. It's a nice 2-lane road at the top of the mountains there from Front Royal. I guess it goes almost down to Charlottesville there. It's a really pretty area. It's up in the Shenandoah National Park. But sometimes you go there and it's like a traffic jam. It's actually worse than the Beltway. You just get on the road and crawl, and it's crowded. And I was watching a number of the campers like Camper Van Kevin there at some of the parks down there in Utah where it's just people and jammed, and you have to take buses in. Yeah, I don't know if I'd enjoy that. I don't want to go to a national park and have to deal with crowds. You know, that's not why you'd want to go there. Sell your RVs and move back in with mom and enjoy the meatloaf. I like Dave until he talks politics. Tell everybody to go check out my crappy channel later already. Yeah, Long Duck Dong. Thank you for being here, Long Duck. Hillbilly Tech. Send them to Detroit. Well, we do have the guys that drive around the cities. Charlie Bow, whatever his channel is, 313-213. I forget what his number is. Charlie Bow does some really good stuff where he goes and explores, just drives around, kind of beat up forgotten cities like Camden, New Jersey, and parts of Baltimore and Detroit. Fascinating videos from him. Black Bigot's been trying to do that. You know, he tries to do some things. But the problem that Black Bigot has, I think, is the fact that he just can't focus on anything. He's constantly changing gears and doing different things. If he just I don't know. He's like, he does some live chats, and then he'll do like a funny exploration, and then he'll do, I don't know. He's all over the place. And people, he's built a channel. I mean, he has a nice channel with, I don't know how many subs he's got, 8 or 9,000 subs, and it's very nice. But it's not a focused channel. He's all over the place. But that's Black Bigot. That's Lamont Cranston, Lamont Dorsey. Tired of censorship on YouTube. Well, it's you do not have freedom of speech on somebody else's platform. That is the bottom line. Okay, we do talk about freedom of speech in America and the Constitution, but if you're on someone else's platform, whether it's their television station, their radio station, their internet site, their website like YouTube, they dictate what you can and can't say. There are certain things they can't do. They can't say all Asian Americans cannot come here or something like that. They can't say that. They can't do anything based on race or, that kind of thing. But they can certainly set standards for what you can say. And you can't say this, you can't say that, you can't bully, you can't do this. They have the right to do that, and then they can shut your channel down at their whim. It's their private site, and they can set the rules, and that's just the way it is. And it's true with a newspaper. You go to write for a newspaper, and you can't just write anything you want. They have an editor there who says this can go, this can't. Everything's like radio stations are the same way. You'll get fired if you just start ranting and raging whatever you want. The station will tell you what you can and can't say. And that's true with everything here. Every extra 100 subs I get, I will do something crazy like run down the street in a Speedo yelling, "They're going to kill me." When I hit 300 subs, I will. I promise. Geezer, you don't need to do. Geezer's gonna end up behind bars. Just put the Speedo on. That's all you need to do. How about that? When you get another 100 subs, just come on and do a live chat just wearing your Speedo. And we can all look at him. I'll make it a camo Speedo, huh? Hey, Will Jones, long-time watcher, first-time poster. Hey, nice to have you here. Thank you, Will. Appreciate it. Mr. Breeze. Forever One. It's pathetic to think your number or likes or views equals your worth. Well, that I think that's very true. I think people just kind of, what is your worth anyway? Why are people watching you? A lot of times they watch you because they don't like you. That can get you a lot of views. Jay Edmond. Better late than never. Good morning. Busy moving my kid to the college dorm. That's right. This weekend is back to college weekend, right? And a lot of colleges, right? Go down and get the kids moved back in. Absolutely. They used to have a law here in Virginia. I think they still have it. Schools couldn't open before Labor Day, but they now have exemptions now. So all the schools pretty much do open before Labor Day. So the schools here, I think, public schools here open Tuesday, but the colleges, yeah, we used to always go back before Labor Day. Dave, invite Jacob the carpetbagger. Bagger on. I would like to do some more stuff with Jacob. I did, I was planning to do some traveling over the summer, which I didn't get around to doing. And one of the stops I was going to make was Western North Carolina and say hi to him. But he said, no, every time you come into my life, bad things happen. So I respected it. And I said, okay, Dave, you should charge $1 for reading on our stupid crap on here. I would owe you $3 already. That's right. I'm only going to read you. Well, I wouldn't have anything to read then. 2 people have made super chat donations today, so that's all I could read, right? I will only respond to comments by people who have made super chat donations. Well, I'd be talking to Crotchy pretty much the whole day. Black Bigot may drink some beer, but he damn sure he has a more beautiful girlfriend than either of you could ever get. SKG. We need Blind Views to do a sketch of SKG. I think that would be very cool. She's a very pretty person. Carpetbagger is lonely as a pine tree in a parking lot. He sure is trying to do a lot of stuff on his channel, though. I mean, he was doing the computer gaming stuff the other day with, the fighting stuff. I don't know. I think he's just kind of pushing so hard. It almost looks a little pathetic, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I've seen that. For $5 super chat, I will mention your name. See, super chat, sees this old stoner. I'm calling your name. You don't have to make any donation, okay? I'm that kind of a guy, all right? Let's see. What do we got here? 10:38. I'm going to end this at 10:45, okay? I do have to meet a friend, and we're going to go to Santini's. I may vlog that. I don't know. I may do a mukbang there. I know they have some cool sandwiches, but I do have to meet a friend for a Santini's meetup about noonish, and I got to get out and drive there, so I got to be out and about. So we're going to do about 5, 6, 7, 6 more minutes, okay? At 10:45 Eastern time, which is what time is that? 7:45 on the West Coast. That's 3:45 in the UK. I think so. Yeah. So we're gonna have 5 more minutes. So get in your last minute. Dave will tase himself for $100. Well, how are you gonna know I'm really doing it, right? I'll just have a thing. I can do that right now. Yeah. Yes, I do have a friend I'm going to hang out with. I've got quite a few friends, actually. They're all weird. All of my friends are very weird. Very, very weird. Polar bear plunges. They do that every February here in Northern Virginia. They have a couple of those polar bear plunges. I'd never do it. Oh, no. Am I pumping iron? I just walk tank. That pit bull pulls so hard, I get a real workout. No, stay away from the poodle. Stay away from the poodle. All right, another one. Everybody wants to see the camo shirts. I got to make sure the zipper's up. It's All right, there's the cam. There we got a camo short shot for today. Oh yeah, yeah. Proudly washed in tan dill. Oh yeah. I've been sticking to shorts this summer. Last summer I went to long pants. I was in Delaware, and there were so many bugs there. I just had to wear the long pants in the summer. But here we got a lot of skeeters this year because we had a lot of rain. In fact, I got a skeeter bite last night right here on my hand, right by this little finger here, pinky, and my whole left side of my hand swelled up last night. It was all puffy for about 3 hours, and it just itched like crazy. And then eventually it went down, and I feel better today. But yeah, I don't know. When you get a skeeter bite in an area where you don't have a lot of fat to absorb the whatever, I don't know what toxin the skeeters put in you. But yeah, if you get one like on your leg, you just get a bump there and it itches. But if you get a skeeter bite like on a bony part of your hand here, it really swells up. But it's gone now, so I think I'm fine. I think I don't need to go see a doctor. But yeah, but it was, oh my God, it was so itchy. I need to wear a camo tie. No, go back to camo shorts. Wear a camo headwear. Well, this is that is a camo cap. It is a camo cap. Yeah, everybody. I appreciate everybody being here. Thank you so much. Saturday for the 25th of August, 2018. Nice to see everybody here today. Appreciate it. YouTube Trailer Park, Carlos Martinez, Jeff Sessions. Wow, to have such a to have the Attorney General here on my website. Skeeter poison. Skeeter poison. Dave died of skeeter poison. I don't know. We've had a lot of rain here. They said we've had a record amount of rain here in the DC area. I think they said we've already had our annual quota of rain, and we're not even in September yet. And there's a lot of skeeters here. It's been very bad but it's sad in this country, isn't it? We have the East Coast has had such torrential rain and flooding, and then you got the West Coast with all those fires. And it's a shame we can't somehow divert all that moisture to California and British Columbia and put out the fires. I don't know. And then poor old Hawaii getting that hurricane. I'll tell you, I don't know. I hope everything's okay. They say it's slowing down and they're going to get a lot of rain up there, but Anyway, crazy. Biggles donation. Oh my gosh, $1 gazillion trillion. There ought to be a song about skeeters. Tee hee. Marilyn Monroe. I had to miss part of this, Dave. Have a great day. Thank you, Marilyn. Appreciate it. Thank you, Long Duck Dawn. You all have a good one, and your alligator, your goateed gator. Jeff Sessions. I like to wear USMC t-shirts. I like to wear Army t-shirts. You know, I just, you know, you can wear a Marine. Why is it I can wear a Redskins t-shirt and no one accuses me of being in the Redskins? You know, it just seems like, you know, we have the freedom. You can go to the Marines store, Jeff Sessions, and you can wear, they sell a whole bunch of Marines t-shirts for everybody to wear, you know. I don't think wearing a t-shirt that just says I like the Marines or I like to wear, it doesn't, you know, wearing a pair of camo cutoffs that were bought at Target or on eBay is pretending to be anybody. You know, I don't know. People just get so wrapped up in silly things. It's just a shirt. Exactly. It's a shirt. Yes, that was pretty awful, wasn't it, Jimmy? The Broncos beat the Redskins. You know, we have suffered so badly here in D.C. with the Redskins the last 20 years. We need a good team to win. You know, it doesn't look like we got one again this year, but you never can tell from a preseason game. You just never know. But I have a funny feeling the team's going to be mediocre as usual. Yeah, don't forget to go to Geezer's live stream at 11 o'clock. That's in 15 minutes. And hope that maybe he'll fall asleep. Maybe he'll put some Speedos on and run down Route 13 there in Delaware. And then the cops will come and arrest him. And you will have a live stream of him going to jail. And then he'll be in the Delaware State Penitentiary wearing his Speedos. Gee, I wonder what's going to happen to him. Tried to super chat for $2, but it was declined for NS non-sufficient funds. Oh my goodness, your bank account's on the low side there. All righty, folks. Hey, thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. For another SaturDAVE, Saturdays. I appreciate it. What did I have here? Oh, I thought I had my what did I do? I got the rest of my tea still here. I don't know what I did with it. I had a little SaturDAVE sticker. Anyway, Camo Club. And Crotchy's still here. Let you do the sign off, Crotchy. Thanks everybody for being here, everybody. I know most of you hate me, but Dave likes me, and I'm gonna be here forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Amen. All right. We like Crotch. I do it. I think he's real cool. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All righty, folks. Thanks for watching. Stream Silencio.